Stacy desired beauty more than anything in life. She grew tired of playing the role of a background set piece in someone else's story. The men at her job paid her no mind, and the women often mocked her plain Jane appearance. Life was not kind to people like her, people who were destined to be loveless. Every day she scorned her bloated body, crooked nose, and heavy eye bags. Why couldn't she be like the girls who pranced around on social media? They always danced on screen wearing the latest trends while a legion of fans cheered them on in the comments. A lifestyle like that was a dream as distant as the farthest stars. Diets didn't work, neither did makeovers. Stacy remained a prisoner in her ugly skin. There were times when she wanted to end everything, and other times when she fervently latched onto the possibility of true beauty. It was on one fateful morning she took the first step toward turning her dreams into reality. Dr. Faust was his name. He stopped Stacy during a morning jog and presented her with an opportunity she couldn't turn down. "Excuse me, miss, but you're exceptionally beautiful, far too beautiful to spend your morning all alone. Allow me to be of service." The man handed her a sleek pink business card. His tall figure was clad in an all-black suit and bowler hat despite the warm spring weather. According to the card, he ran a small modeling agency located on the outskirts of the city. "I can help you realize your true potential and show the world how pretty you are." Stacy was stunned. No one, let alone a handsome older man like Faust, had ever complimented her appearance. Her heartbeat pulsed rapidly, and her breath was stifled. Was this how Cinderella felt when the prince offered her his hand? Stacy happily entered the car and allowed the tall stranger to drive her to his business. The exterior of the building was a far cry from what Stacy expected it to be. It was a modest abode in plain gray colors and looked borderline decrepit. It looked more like something from a housing project rather than a modeling studio. All the signals in her brain were telling Stacy to run away, but she dreaded possibly losing her only chance at stardom. She buckled down her fears as she followed Faust inside. Inside the building hardly looked any better than the outside. Cobwebs were growing in dust-covered corners, and an odd disinfectant odor invaded Stacy's nostrils. Her pulse quickened with each step she took up the metallic staircase blanketed in rust. By the time it dawned on her that leaving immediately would be in her best interest, a large metal door came to a loud thud behind her. "It's time to let your inner beauty blossom." Dr. Faust flicked on the lights to reveal an odd scene. Several mannequins were lined against the walls in uniform fashion. Each one of them had bulbous bodies caked in heavy layers of dirt and dried waste. Some wore office attire, while others wore clothing on the more suggestive side. Most striking of all were their hollow expressions. They were almost completely devoid of emotion or color, but Stacy could feel a faint ping of pain upon looking deeply into their eyes. Stacy frantically rushed to the door, grabbing desperately at the knob that refused to turn. Her vain attempt to flee was met with guttural laughter from her captor. "Why so eager to run? I told you I can bring out your true beauty. There is nothing more desirable in my line of work than a woman in complete tranquility. No movement, no emotions, nothing but abject stillness." Stacy could only scream in pure agony as the syringe was stabbed into her arm. The vile concoction made her body almost instantly go limp. Her legs could no longer support her weight, so she went plummeting to the ground. She couldn't even plead for mercy while Faust towered over her with a manic smile plastered on his face. From his pocket, he pulled out a scalpel covered in dry blood. "It is now time to begin the operation. You shall become the perfect girl within due time." Hello everyone, I'm Giggles, and thank you so much for listening to my narration. A quick shout out to all my patrons: Melissa Perez, Geek Sanctuary, Lawrence Wallen, Andreas Anderson London, Eric Cifuentes, Krzysztof Kozak-Slazak, Jesse Hartley, and Icy Narrates. If you want to become a patron today, you can check out the link in my description below. And as always, thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next video.